Introducing the champion.
Hi, I'm Tim.
That's basically how this one went.
Yeah. Had big Chillin.
Big
Lovely
Chillin
chat, actually.
in the studio.
Yeah, we spoke about why he's so chill all the time.
Yeah.
You'll never guess why.
We delved deep into his mind, and also his thoughts on skill competitions and just progression through that format, I guess.
Yeah.
He's hopefully ticking off the hat trick. We're going to find out in the next half an hour. By the time this is out, you will know. So
exciting.
yeah, we definitely want to get Tim on for a full-length one at some stage soon. But
He's
for
too
now,
much of a wise man. We need him on here.
I reckon he's got some layers to him. For now, check this out and hope you enjoy. Tim Champion, welcome to the hot seat
Thanks
in
for
our
having me.
little back office. How you doing?
Not too bad.
Having fun?
Yeah, I'm about ready for a quick power nap.
Power nap and then put your shoes on and do your
Pretty
thing
much.
again. Yeah, nice. We don't need to introduce Tim.
No,
Everyone
not
knows
at
who
all.
Tim is. How much money have you put on Ed to win style down the bookies?
In the beginning, if you'd asked me that question, I wouldn't have put as much money on it as I would now, obviously.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because like there's so many big hitters in the US comps.
Yeah.
Like
very true.
he's proved himself in like Project Underground and he made a good go of it in Santorini and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of people bailing. So
Really?
and he's
What, out there?
nailing his runs. No, it's in like the previous
just
comps.
full time. Have you seen what they're practicing out there?
No, I haven't seen it.
Oh, do you not know?
No.
You don't know
Do you
anything?
Is Max Antor doing full in, full out?
No.
Oh, okay.
He's doing double side flip precision on the
What?
perpendicular.
It's
He's
a good
got a
time to-
video.
Oh yeah, I'll have a look at that.
So once again, for those listening, we're talking about this stuff prior to the actual comp.
This is Tim's reaction live. This is the first attempt.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He bodied it a bit.
He bodied it a little bit, yeah.
But
was
then we
first
heard
attempt.
some cheering when we were in here afterwards, so he might have landed it nicely.
And Ed's doing super full over that ramp. But he's stomping it from what I've seen.
Over the ramp.
You know the ramp that's like just out there? They've put a new ramp up.
No, I haven't seen it. but
Oh, okay. So
he knows what he's doing with Souk Falls.
well, that's the thing. Yeah, he's got that consistent. So, but less Ed, more you. Skill champion 2 times in a row. How's the pressure for year 3?
I thought it would feel like more pressure, but I don't know, as you get longer and longer or later into the game,
Yeah.
it feels like less for some reason. It's always more at the start, like in the preliminary rounds.
Yeah.
And then when you get to the final, it's like, I don't know, I just feel like the pressure's off a little bit.
I think because you've kind of already proven it to yourself and everyone, like...
Yeah,
it's
but
just-
I want the 3rd title.
It would be
like,
very nice. Yeah. Oh, fuck, and you're Ninja Warrior champion. Fuck
yeah.
NAPC. ITV is way more important.
This is more important to me than
No,
that, though,
of course.
for sure. Like,
Yeah. I mean, this is the real shit, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it's so dependent on the challenges, kind
Yeah.
of. Like, I was thinking earlier, is the outcome or is the podium already predetermined
challenges.
by the challenges? So like I woke up this morning and whatever the challenges were kind of determined what the podium was.
I think you could make it that way. I think listening to them prep the challenges earlier, they're specifically like making sure that they try and keep it balanced. I.e.,
Yeah.
let's take a 180 for example. Some people only 180 a certain way.
Yeah.
They're trying to make sure that they're not alienating people.
Yeah. If it's designed well, then
Yeah, for sure. And obviously there's 3 challenges in this last round, so typically you never see all 3 get completed.
yeah.
Therefore, there should be a balance to enable that. But
Have you guys heard anything about Brody pulling out?
No? Did he pull
Somebody said he might not be doing skill now because he hurt his back or something.
out? Oh,
But I think he's still going to do speed because he's more invested in speed.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Live updates on the podcast, which isn't a live thing.
How does that make you feel?
Yeah, I mean, let's be real here.
Obviously, it improves my chances. Brody's
Yeah.
a beast of an athlete.
Yeah, he's an absolute tank.
Yeah.
I've actually been really surprised at how well-rounded both of them are.
Yeah, exactly.
I remember day 1 of the qualifiers, it was like, oh, they're going to be weak on lashes, and then they
Yeah.
banged out the level lashe like
Yeah,
easily. I was
exactly.
like, oh, they're not weak on lashes.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'm definitely hoping you go for the 3rd. But you've been experiencing some tendonitis.
Yeah, since last November, I had like a little bit of knee pain when I went to Rome for a jam,
Yeah.
and then literally ever since then just had tendonitis in my knee. Now it's always been good enough that, or I've kept on top of it enough that I haven't really had to stop training.
Yeah.
It's just I can get it to like where it just doesn't really hurt that much when I'm training, but I can never really get rid of it.
Yeah.
Which is
Do you think if you did like a solid amount of rest, it would go? But then obviously that's...
No, I don't think so.
Do you not think?
I think resting does nothing. Like you have to either move or like if you just sat down and didn't do anything, tendonitis doesn't go away.
No.
That's why it's such a
it's the tendon being pulled, right? So you got to alleviate what's kind of pulling that.
Yeah.
But I mean, you're feeling okay because yesterday I heard you saying that like if it starts to feel savage, you might just have to like...
Yeah, so yesterday before the semi-finals and after that first round we did on Friday, it was killing me because I woke up, rolled out of bed, put my shoes on, and then for some reason they started the competition like 20 minutes early or something. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna have a bit of warm up now. And like for someone with tendonitis, that is just a recipe for disaster.
Yeah.
So I came out, I started picking challenges like, I'll do some army stuff first so that my knees, my knees gonna have at least a little bit of chance to warm up.
Fuck.
Yeah, and then after that comp, it was just felt so shit.
Yeah.
Tendonitis is like manageable when you do it on your own terms, but when someone else says, "Right, go jump now," you're a bit screwed. Like
for sure,
it's gonna make it worse.
Like, I've just stepped off a rail. I didn't mean to, and I'm not walking.
Yeah, and I thought it was gonna get worse after semi-finals, but it's pretty much stayed the same. So that's good news.
How are you feeling? Well, not how you're feeling, but I found yesterday, in comparison to last year, the 5 challenges in 2 minutes, I think, did you complete all 5? Or you got?
Yeah, I did all 5.
Whereas this year, it seemed the challenges some of them were like significantly harder.
Yeah, I feel like they definitely upped the level of that round.
Was that kind of nerve-wracking to a degree, or was it just,
It's definitely nerve-wracking when you're in it and you know what you need to get. So like I was up last, which is obviously an advantage because you get to see people try challenges and you get information from that, and it'll help you do them better. But you're also under pressure to then score the same or higher as they have. Otherwise you won't go through to the next round. So like after I'd messed up that little cat back challenge a couple times, I was like, I could really feel the time pressure, and then I was like, now I'm going to go and slip on this. No, I hate tack challenges, but that was the only other one where I was like, I'm not so gassed that I can't like do these these jumps, but it was just slipped on the wall twice, and I thought I might not make it through.
And was that the lache stride up? Was that a wrong foot for you?
Yeah, that was wrong foot for me, and it would have loaded my left knee, which is the one with tendonitis. So I thought I'd try one right leg, and it just at that point I was too tired to even consider doing it again, so I just took a bow.
We were talking earlier, like what would be your thoughts on a skill comp where you are essentially kept in like a holding room with no viewpoint of the course, and you're taken out sort of individually and shown the challenges, and then you have to do them, so that there's no disadvantage or advantage to going first or last? Because obviously, as you said, it was yesterday when, I can't remember who it was, somebody realised that the Kong arm jump was not nearly as bad as all the others, and then immediately everyone did that first. Anyone preceding that who hadn't kind of unlocked that piece of information then suffered had already suffered. I don't know if it would necessarily be as interesting. Well, no, I don't know.
Did they not seed it from the previous round, though, as in completion of challenges?
Yeah. But also that's another thing where it feels like, and I don't necessarily think this is a bad thing, but it's just an interesting way to look at it. It feels like if you do well in the early stage, you are continuously kept at some level of an advantage. Whereas in some ways it's like, you did well, then maybe you should be. It's like it's whether or not they should be trying to balance the playing field. Yeah,
I think it would be better level rather than like assisting the people that have already done well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah,
but I'm not going to complain because
no, exactly, and
it works for me for sure.
Yeah, and I don't think it ruins the comp in any way. It would just be an interesting way to sort of see if it made any changes.
Yeah.
So
I think the same for like speed as well, obviously.
Yeah, the other thing we were saying is speed is if you had everyone prepping independently their lines, then you wouldn't have people kind of copying other people's techniques and
not being able to watch the competition.
Yeah, exactly. You'd see where people's brains are at regarding their planning.
Yeah, exactly. So. Like, because Joe was up last yesterday or second last, something like that.
Yeah.
And he knew that 5 went through, and it's not cumulative time, it's just get through to the finals and then the final counts as your score sort of thing. So he knew that if everyone else like just did an alright run, then all he had to do was do
just
what he had to do.
secure a certain amount,
pretty much.
for sure.
So yeah, you have an advantage going at the end.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to complain.
Because the advantage plays to your favour.
Yeah.
Are you anything you're hoping for tonight with regards to sort of certain skills or certain things that you feel? I mean, I feel like you are one of the most well-rounded athletes, which is why you win these comps. But when you are like hoping for a challenge, what's the kind of thing that you prefer?
Anything. I don't know. I'd usually say I do all right with power-based challenges.
Yeah.
But I definitely struggled on the cat to stride bounce 180 thing last year.
Oh yeah.
But I think I made that just because of raw power, not really so much technique.
Yeah.
Like I definitely could have had better tech on that.
Yeah.
Any swings where you're forced to generate a lot of power from like a small swing, because that's like one of the things I'm better at.
You got that long bod, yeah.
Yeah, long bod. Long bod, strong swing.
Yeah. Anything what's your like least?
I hate tacks.
Yeah. Okay.
So if there's a challenge with some tack in it, I'm just
like
gonna,
single leg.
Yeah.
Okay.
I say this and I end up completing the challenges. Usually they're in the previous rounds, not in the final. But yeah, every time I get to them, I'm like, I just don't really train them outside, mainly because I just don't enjoy them that much.
Do you think? I mean, with some of the other skill competitors we've spoken to, they have sort of maybe not done as well, and therefore they come away with things that they then want to improve.
Yeah.
For you, if you're completing the majority of them, do you think you get that psychological, like, oh shit, I really need to work on this?
Yeah. So I know I need to work on tacks a little bit, but I just don't really, because
I just don't enjoy it.
Yeah, it's funny you say that, because the first year I came into this, I was thinking, okay, I'll do the qualifier, and then it will give me like a really good image of what I need to work on. Yeah. And then I ended up doing all the challenges and getting through. And I thought, right, well, I don't really know what I need to work on here. Yeah, pretty much. I had a weird feeling after I won that contest, because obviously I came in as like an underdog.
Yeah.
Finished the contest, and I was like, well, what now, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Because that was going to be more of a long-term goal than it ended up.
You're hoping to build that out over 3 years.
Yeah. And now we're going for the hat trick.
Yeah. Well, I fucking hope you get there. I really do.
Yeah.
So I remember that first year you were here, and there were so many people who just didn't know who you were, and they completely had no idea of like your capabilities. And I was doing.
No, neither did I. That's the thing.
Yeah, but I guess you didn't. But I think from an outside perspective, like there were people. I don't know. I feel like I had a good idea that you would do very well. Okay. And as you continue to do well, it was like secure, and I was like, he's going all the way. And I remember being on the. I was operating the live stream camera, so I had the headset, and like you could hear all the other people who have a headset around the room, and like every time you tick things off, like you'd hear people and they're like, "Who the fuck is this guy?" And I'd be like, "That's Team Champion." Like, wow. And as it just got further and further, it's like this disbelief. They were like, "What the fuck's going on?" So, because I think that was the year that like everyone thought Daryl was the strong bet. Yeah. And then he didn't actually do as well as kind of as expected, but he's back in there today.
I think my biggest competition is Joe, for sure.
Hendo.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's the fucking.
His swing actually surprised me.
Yeah.
So I never thought.
He's improved a lot over the last year.
He really has. He's bordering on the triple threat. Like if he started going heavy on style, he could be.
Yeah.
So I just keep fucking kicking the microphone and sliding it away from us. Yeah, I've kind of forgot Hendo was in it, because Hendo's obviously just the one regarded as the skill, the speed king.
Yeah.
But he has killed it.
He does seem to do things just on pure willpower sometimes as well.
Yeah, you can see him turn.
I'll see him do a challenge, I'm like, how the fuck did you do that?
There'll be some like thing that you can kind of gauge as possible, and then there'll be a final element of it that is like sheer commitment needed. Because you can't prep half the time, can you? You get a couple of attempts. And it's just that sheer commitment, he just drives through it. Yeah. Like the dive Kong plyo out, that one was a sick one.
For squat
but that,
speed.
No, not in speed, in the dive Kong plyo at the top for skill.
Yeah.
But when they announced that, I kind of had this weird knowledge that you and Joe wouldn't struggle so much. And I don't know if, I think outside training like reveals challenges like that. Because you'll be on a roof and there'll be some of that, and I think unless a gym is purpose and it has something that disgusting, a lot of people wouldn't go for it.
Yeah, there's so many other things to be doing that you just wouldn't notice it. Whereas if you're on a rooftop, there's usually like just a few things to look for.
Yeah, for sure.
A few things lying around.
Yeah.
Yeah, sick. I definitely think like Daryl trains in a gym like most of the year, I think.
Yeah.
And I honestly think that probably holds him back a bit, because there's something about training outside compared to a gym that just, I don't even know, because you can do hard and scary challenges in a gym, obviously, but
I think it's the accessibility to, how is that? Skateboarding outside. It's the accessibility to, I think, if it is too hard and scary, you can either change your environment or potentially bring in a mat.
Yeah.
That probably, even if you complete it first time, or even if the mat's only a tiny, like, little thin one, the psychological impact in your head probably doesn't quite build up that, like, mental fortitude as outside training does. Like, outside training is, like, raw and hard, and it slowly over time builds up that, like...
There are less progressions outside as well.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, there's a small Kong over here, or there's this death drop Kong 3 over here.
Eventually you've got to do the death drop one, or move to a different town and prep over there or something, like... Yeah.
Please train within your ability, don't do death drop Kong, please. You don't have to do anything.
You don't have to do anything you don't want to, but if you want to win, you've got to do death drops. No. Sick. Alright, fuck. It's 4:05, so we should probably wrap this thing up. Because
the whole thing's starting at 5.
Doors open in like half an hour, 45 minutes, I think.
Jeez.
Then it all
I'll go for that nap.
Yeah. And you got skill first.
Clear your mind.
Is that just a switch for you? You can just do it?
I was talking to Joe about this, and like on days where you're nervous or you have anxiety about a competition or something, you just get this weird feeling that you're really tired. It's like your body's saying, no, don't do this sort of thing. You need to sit down and go to sleep.
Yeah, I know. I think because it's fight or flight, isn't it?
And exactly.
The fight is essentially it's the flight is trying to get you out of the situation, and therefore it's just trying to like slow you down.
Yeah, and you just feel like a slug, and you're just like, oh, what is this? But if you've experienced it enough times, then you know that this is just bullshit, and as soon as I get out there, I'll be firing on all cylinders.
You are a very zen guy from the outside. Like, is there anything you do sort of just mentally with regards to like parkour, but also general life? Like, you just seem to be incredibly laid back about most scenarios. Is there anything that makes that intentional, or is it just who you are?
I think my mum is a very stressed out person, and she's always like, oh, I need to do this, I need to do that. I can't just sit down for a second, I've got to go and do this. And like, I don't know if I saw that and just like was like, geez, I need to go the opposite way to this. But yeah, I don't know, I hate that feeling of being rushed and stuff, and I don't want that in my life, so I don't let it come in, sort of thing.
Nice.
Sick.
I don't know, it's probably just a genetic thing and I've got no control over it, but...
Yeah, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
Wise words, just don't let it come in. Alright, sick. Well, good luck tonight.
Thank you.
I do hope we see a triple, a hat trick.
Yeah, me too.
It would be a good one. And then we can after party.
Yeah.
Amazing. You'll be training at the after party if it comes back.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, my knee's not too bad. I was training last year.
Yeah, I remember. Everyone's drinking and
Rez
partying.
was just like, Tim, will you just please like take your t-shirt off? And I was just like, no, I want to train.
I just want to train. Alright, sick. Well, thank you very much for coming on.
Yep, no worries.
We'll see you in about 2 seconds when we press stop. Bye.
Bye.